I am Enrique Barra, and in this video we are going to implement a tic-tac-toe game with React.js. This is the game that we are going to develop. It is quite simple, it's just a tic-tac-toe. Our main objective is to learn the basic concepts of React, specifically the composition components. So we will create several components, and we will compose them and reuse the components. We will of course follow the single responsibility principle, where each component will do just one thing. Okay? So if we get the interface, our first step will be to think, to see how to divide it into components. Well, we have an h1 tic-tac-toe that is static, we can keep that outside our game. So we can see that our game is a component, and then we can do it wherever we want in our page, and we can combine HTML with React elements. So if we start with our interface, the first thing will be to have an application, that is our whole game. And what do we have inside? We have a header and then the board. Let's divide also those into components. Why? Because the header will indicate the player and the board will have the different cells. Well, the header and the board, two different components. But the board will have to get the state, they get some data. Remember that components get data and return what should be rendered. But in this case, we have something that is repeated 9 times. Or even in the future, if we want to create another kind of boards, 4x4, 5x5, etc., we will have more. So we have another component inside, that is the square. We could have considered to have rows, for example. Well, but in this case, our design will have 9 squares. With this design, we have the app that will render the whole game. The header, board, and the board will render 9 squares. We have prepared a GitHub project for this game with each step in a different branch. If you don't Control-hit Git, you can also, let me go to the page, you can also download the code here. Each step is a different branch. If we go, for example, to step 2, we have the tic-tac-toe in React, and if you don't Control-Git, you can see here directly the code, or download it directly in the home directory. You can download as zip. Okay, if you Control-hit Git, you can download with this URL. Okay, so I leave you here the GitHub project and invite you to start with it. If you want to skip one step or start with a clean project, use the different branches that you can see there. What are the steps that we are going to perform? Well, in a first step, we will start with a create React application. Create React app gives us a scaffold. We will start from there, and we will start preparing everything, the whole project. Then we will create our first component, app.jsx. After that, we will divide it into header, board, and square. We will have to restructure the code a little, and finally we will have to do the event flow, because remember, data flows down and events flow up. So square will call board, that will call app when the user clicks on the square. So let's start coding.